Welcome back, Helldivers. In the recent weeks, we've experienced the terror of having our home world threatened. We've lost countless lives to the brutality of the lawlessness of the Illuminate, and while we remain triumphant, High Command has blessed us with more additions to our arsenal in the form of a new Warbond. Launched on June 12th, our core of Helldivers can gain access to the Force of Law Warbond for the standard democratic price of 1,000 super credits. It's abundantly clear that to maintain our righteous democracy, the enforcement of the law is paramount, and this newest addition is the perfect embodiment to take charge and declare to the world, "I am the law," by introducing gear that enhances both offensive and defensive capabilities for any level of engagements on the battlefield. To kick things off, let's take a look at the new weapons this law enforcement-themed Warbond brings to the battlefront. First up is the AR-32 Pacifier, a high-capacity assault rifle designed for crowd control and ideal for maintaining order in chaotic environments. At first glance, this weapon does have a very visually appearing basic skin, sporting a nice mix of purple, greys, and blue accents, but it obviously also comes with the usual array of weapon pattern customizations. That is, if you level it. This rifle boasts a 40-round capacity, has a relatively low recoil and a higher rate of fire, though it does lack in the damage department. The AR-32 Pacifier has the lowest of all the current assault rifles with a damage output of only 50. Another unexpected downside to this weapon is that it does not have an option for an increased magazine capacity in the weapon customization menu, something we think could easily offset the lack of damage. While it may not be the most impressive addition, there is no doubt it will serve its purpose in the field of battle for months to come. If that weapon doesn't allow you to dispense the level of law and order you find yourself needing, maybe you should try the newest support stratagem, the GL-52 De-Escalator Grenade Launcher. This extremely potent weapon fires high-powered arc grenades that, upon exploding, can jump to multiple targets with the added benefit of being able to be fired extremely fast. It can be very effective at neutralizing most threats you will encounter, but the weapon really excels when dealing with groups, as most grenade-related weapons do. It does require you to reload each grenade one at a time, but it does have a 40-round reserve, allowing you to be a little more liberal when dishing out law and order. But be warned, if your enemies get too close for comfort, you might find yourself on the receiving end of some electricity, something you more than likely won't survive. You've been warned. Perhaps the most surprising and unique weapon in this most recent release doesn't actually come from the Warbond itself, but the Superstore pairing. The P92 Warrant Pistol can be acquired for the price of 300 super credits. This medium armor-penetrating sidearm fires bursts of guided, jet-propelled ammunition and is unlike anything else in its class. It can be set to non-guided mode, but why would anyone want to turn off homing bullets? In case you were wondering how that translates on screen, think of it as a handgun version of the STA-X3 Wasp launcher, at least the targeting system aspect. Though be warned, at the time of this Warbond's release, the handgun will target bug holes with no intention of closing them. So if you are fighting the bugs, be sure to keep that in mind before pulling that trigger. The Force of Law Warbond also adds new equipment to your arsenal. If you're looking for a little non-lethal crowd control action, look no further than the G109 Urchin Stun Grenade. Visually, it looks strikingly similar to a Morningstar mace from the 14th century, but with a few upgrades since then. Once thrown, it can attach to enemies and will continually release shock bursts, stunning any enemies nearby, making it a potent tool for any missions that you find yourself being overwhelmed. So just be sure to place it correctly. Next up, we have a new support stratagem, the AX-ARC-3 Guard Dog Canine, an arc-powered robotic canine companion that assists in subduing whatever adversaries you face on the battlefield. It's undeniable that the Guard Dog keeps up with the long-honored tradition of having loyal canines on the battlegrounds, and much like the dogs used in the past, this bad boy can bite. But not always in a good way. This variant of the Guard Dog utilizes electricity to lay waste to the enemies you will encounter on the battlefield. Though many Helldivers dismiss the use of any Guard Dog stratagems due to them frequently causing death to fellow teammates and even yourself, and this one is no different. So be careful you don't get bit. What Warbond would be complete without a new booster? This time around, Helldivers will gain access to the Stun Pods booster. Extremely similar to the Firebomb Hull Pods booster from the Freedom's Flame Warbond, without the, well, massive amount of friendly literal fire aspect. It follows in suit with the electricity theme of the Warbond and exposes Hull Pod wiring upon surface contact, stunning any units in the vicinity of the drop site. Now, we aren't saying you won't affect your squad mates accidentally, but it won't light them on fire, so that definitely seems like an improvement. It's unknown at this time how actually useful it will be compared to other boosters already available, but as always, anything provided by High Command is a welcome addition in our book. The Force of Law Warbond also introduces 2 new armor sets as well as a bonus superstore set. First up is the BP-20 Corrections Officer armor. This medium-class armor provides its users with the ballistic padding passive, adding 25% resistance to both chest damage and explosive damage, as well as prevents all damage from bleeding. Great for all those times you find your chest hemorrhaging. Don't worry, we've all been there. Its visual appearance is a clean and simple riot control outfit with a helmet sporting a horizontal slit visor. It also pairs with the Miranda's Legacy cape that really brings the whole thing together. For those Helldivers who want to truly take on the mission of a high command riot guard, you can always use the SH-20 Ballistic Shield backpack and the CQC-30 stun baton to really bring the whole thing together. You never know, maybe we will get tear gas or mace in the future. If riot control isn't your thing, then maybe the BP-32 jackboot will be. This light armor comes equipped with the same ballistic padding passive as the previous armor, but with some extra speed. Its visual appearance is definitely much more bold than the BP-20, but still relatively conservative compared to armors released in the past. The helmet has a similar style, but a noticeably bigger visor and pairs with the Mother Eagle's wings cape. While it does lack some luster, it definitely makes up for it with the cape's name. If you enjoy heavy armor types or want a little more flair, you can find it by purchasing the bonus armor set provided in the Superstore. The BP-77 Grand Jura takes the cake for the most impressive looking out of this warbond. Sporting a giant chestplate and amazing gold accents, this armor is visually impressive compared to the other two. The body armor can be unlocked for the price of 250 super credits, and the equally appealing helmet and badge of order cape can be unlocked for 150 and 35 super credits. The Force of Law Warbond also hosts multiple cosmetics and emotes for anyone lacking in those departments. The cosmetics are as expected, providing the new true blue pattern for the Hellpod, Exosuit, Shuttle, and Fast Recon vehicle, adding a blue and gold aesthetic to your customization arsenal. The emotes included in the Force by Law Warbond introduce a new style format labeled Signal. Our best guess to this new format is that it will interact with SEAF patrols within newly introduced cities, but that is purely speculation. Anyway, on the first page, Helldivers will find Signal Hold, an emote mimicking a common military hand gesture of closing your fist and holding it at a 90-degree angle. On page 2, divers will gain access to the signal Silence, causing your player to do a whispering motion. Page 3 hosts the signal Group Up and utilizes another commonly used military hand gesture. The Force of Law provides a unique mix of offensive and defensive options compared to some of the warbonds of the past. Its aesthetic of law and order is undeniably appealing for anyone wanting to do a little police work. While many will enjoy everything currently offered, it appears that some additions seem to stand out more than others, though Super Earth is constantly adjusting and improving our arsenal, so who knows what the future will bring. So, what is your favorite new addition from the Force of Law Warbond? What do you think about the new signal classification emotes? What theme would you like to see in the next Warbond release? Be sure to share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, and always remember, treasonous views or controversial ideas will be immediately reported to High Command, and you will be sent to the nearest re-education camp. On behalf of the Ministry of Truth and High Command, this is the SES signing off.